Hey guys and gals, this is Alex with Legendary Apartment Brokers here in Kansas City. Today is Monday, March 2nd, 2026, and this is the KC Multifamily Minute. Let's get into it like we do every single week. We got some stats for you. We've got some new listings coming on the market. Next week we'll cover what February closing stats look like for everybody, and let's get right into it. So what do we got new? So MLS data, I got my website pulled up, legendaryapartmentbrokers.com, and looks like we've got 66 listings out there. 50 of those are available, which means 60 under contract. So 50 of these are available out there on the open market that were built before 2021. So right in the wheelhouse of all of your multifamily investors that are out there looking for value add type of deals. As far as how many of those 50 are are 500,000 to a million. So remember, there's 50. So let's go down here to $1 million, get this filtered down. And we've got, of course, that's only the last 7 days, I believe. Get that. Sorry about that. So we have about 40 or so of those. I think there's actually a couple in there. So just call it 40. 40 are active and out there that are under $1 million. So 500,000 to a million. So let's now make sure we got the math correct on this and look at how many are over $1 million. Doesn't seem to be correct. Oh, it's because I don't have that up here, 2 million. So here we go. We're up to 17, and some of those are some of these we talked about before. So that really kind of gets us out there to that 50 plus that are out there and available for you to go out there and buy here in the Kansas City market. So you got 40 plus 17. You could round down, round up. So somewhere around that range. So plenty for you to go out there and look at. If you've got $500,000 to $1 million, you got a lot to look at. If you got $1 million plus, you still have a good 10 plus to look at as well. I'm going to go ahead and filter this back out here for the last 7 days. We can cover those here in a second. So that's all the stats here on the MLS data, legendaryapartmentbrokers.com. You can filter all this out for you. Again, this is metro-wide, only the Kansas City counties, Kansas City metro counties. And over here on LoopNet, there are showing here about 38 that are out there. 32 are available. 6 are marked under contract. Filtering this down for LoopNet, so more your commercial style, larger. I don't believe there are any new listings. So there's no new listings in the last 7 days on the commercial style of the LoopNet website. You can probably cross-check that with Crexy as well. So let's back over here to my website, here, legendarypartmentbrokers.com. There are, let's hear 4 new ones we're going to talk about. Okay, so first up, we're going to zoom in here to Lease Summit. It is 10 units for $2 million, so $200,000 per unit. A lot of these, or some of these, are newer constructed. Some of these have multiple garages. It's a couple fourplex, or it's a fourplex and 3 duplexes. Get you your 10 units. I like this deal. Of course, I love Lease Summit. $200,000 per unit is a little high, but shoot, fourplexes are going for $700,000 by themselves. Sometimes duplexes for $400,000 by themselves. Sometimes. So on the surface, I think it's a fine enough deal, especially if you want to collect and add to your duplex, fourplex listing criteria. I do like that there, okay? So next up, another new listing here in the metro over the last couple days. Here is this property in Belton, which is a Class C, C to B submarket here. These are duplexes. 6 total units for $550,000. So you're looking at under $100,000 per unit. Kind of a mix of style here with, rehab, not rehabbed, smaller units. Cannot divide these up, so you have to buy the whole package. But I think it's a fine enough deal. 6 units for $550,000 for these duplex style. Again, fine enough deal. Class B market, B minus, depending on the exact street here. So I think that'll go quick. So if you've got a 1031 exchange, could be an interesting opportunity for you there to look at. Popping back over here to the new opportunities, number 3 is another set of small multifamily. This is going to be 3 fourplexes for $1.25 million. So a little bit over $100,000 per unit. Kind of a classic multifamily street here in Raytown. Again, 3 fourplexes. They're over under fourplexes, not the perfect type, but look like they're somewhat newer constructed or at least newer rehabbed units as we click through these photos. Probably need some updating on something depending on what you like your properties to look at, but looks crisp and clean. Could probably get rents somewhere around that $800, $900, maybe even $1,000 if you really self-manage and push the area and push the units up. Got plenty of off-street parking. A nice little property set there again for $100,000 a unit. Probably fairly low maintenance here moving forward as long as you do the interior upgrades that you need to do. So another one that I like. That's a Class C location. I gave you the rents there, so another solid opportunity. Finally, which I might have covered this on LoopNet, but this is a property on Walnut Street here in actually, let me see here. Let me zoom back out. Sorry about the confusion here. Let's get back out here to the 4 that I know that I saw. Okay, so the fourth new property is this large new constructed duplex built in 2019. It's in the Northland, closer to the airport up here. One has a 2-stall garage, massive. The other side is just a 1-stall garage, but it's built in 2019, so it's pretty much brand new by today's construction standards. Very passive. I think that's a pretty stiff price, $584,000. You have to get rents well up to $2,500 to make sense from a standard transaction. Or maybe if you're liking to live in one unit, rent out the other, could be a good fit as well. But anyway, something to look at here. We've got, several different new opportunities. I like a lot of these. I think a lot of these will be in our contract soon within the next couple weeks or so, maybe less. Some new ones last week. So it's a great market to take a look at if you're a buyer. Stuff's going to be selling here. We got the spring season coming up. I know we've got war started. We've got interest rates up and down. We've got a lot of going on. But the big thing to keep in mind is this is real estate moves, kind of a steady Eddie type of market. Invest, plan on holding for 5 years at least, and continue that trend, finding things that work, and you will build wealth just fine. If you've got a 1031 exchange coming up, you want to talk to me about your listings, your properties, maybe what to do, how to strategize to grow your portfolio, downsize your portfolio, make life easier, let me know. Give me a call, send me a text, email me, alex@legendaryparkbrokers.com. We'll talk soon.